Sit right. Yep. Hey, Jessica.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
What brings you into the office today? Or
Um,
by the office, I should say.
well, I've been trying to find someone to talk to, and I really don't.
Actually, wait. Before I start, you start talking. I have to remind you that whatever you say in here is kept here in between me and you. And that if it has anything to do with sexual abuse or anything like that, we have to go tell the officers downstairs. So I just want you to know that whatever you say, before you say it, that you know what will have to happen if that happens, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm going to take some notes just so I don't forget anything. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just walked by my office and came in and...
Yeah.
And what's going on?
I've been trying to find someone to talk to, and everybody keeps telling me I need to go to the guidance counselors or go talk to the social workers. Because my parents are divorced, and I'm just having a hard time dealing with it. And I have a younger sister. I feel like I'm having to be responsible for her, but
How old is she?
she's in middle school. I don't know how old she is. Whatever middle schoolers are.
They're teenagers.
Yeah, she's a teenager.
It's okay.
And then I've kind of lost interest in school and stuff, and play soccer. And I just don't feel like I can talk to my friends about what's going on at home. Because I don't want everybody to know either.
Yeah, it's personal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you came by my office today because you're always welcome to come here and talk to me. Your counselors sometimes are busy with other things, but I'm basically like a second counselor, so you can come talk to me, even though I have a different title, which is a social worker. So just come here if you ever, need something.
Okay.
Your teachers also, if you have concerns with, school or something, then you need to make sure you're communicating that with them, because they won't know, unless you talk to them.
Well, I can't focus in class. I'm just not able to pay attention. Just because of my parents are fighting a lot at home, and then I work part-time, and so I've tried to pick up a few more hours, as much as I can.
Where do you work?
At a daycare, at a gym.
Oh, so people can go work out and leave their kids there.
Yeah.
Do you know what's the gym called?
YMCA.
The YMCA.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you like kids?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So if I were to ask you what the main problem is, that you are having trouble at school, what is the main thing that you would see as the problem that keeps you from out of the class and out of school and uninterested and stuff?
I guess just because my parents fight a whole lot, it makes me sad and angry. I just feel a lot of things about it. So it just kind of keeps me from being myself. I'm not this depressed person. I usually enjoy school and sports and doing things, and I'm not myself. So that's the main problem.
How do you... Let me ask you this. So you said, your parents are fighting at home, and it makes you angry.
Yeah.
And do you do anything when you're angry?
I just leave the house.
Upset? You just
leave the house and try to stay gone as much as I can.
Yeah. And when you're gone, do you think about it? Do you talk about it? Do you want to ignore it?
I try to ignore it, but it's kind of hard. And then that's whenever I come to school and I try to find someone to talk to. I really didn't know who to talk to. I don't have a therapist or anything.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I need one.
You feel like you need one? Yeah. I'm really sorry that you feel all this, anger and emotion that comes with, your parents fighting, and you haven't really been able to deal with it until now. Do you feel like you need to talk to somebody a lot, or you need to talk to somebody like me or a counselor, or could you talk to one of your friends?
Well, I have friends that I play soccer with, but not anybody who's going to understand what I'm going through.
Right.
We don't talk about that kind of stuff. We just talk about, boyfriends and shopping and,
So you haven't had none of the girls on the team come to you with
And I don't want them to know that my parents are getting a divorce because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, and that's a valid feeling because it's very personal and, you know, you don't feel good about it and
No.
you don't want other people to know. But they could help you, you know, they could, you know, cheer you up on days that you're upset or when they see you in the hall, you know, encourage you to, you know, keep going, that's going to be okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe I just needed an adult to talk to, just to kind of, because, you know, my friends give me advice and stuff, but they're not going to know what to do to help me with my parents being divorced. And they help keep me distracted sometimes, but...
Yeah. So, have you talked to your mom or dad about how you feel about everything?
No, because I don't want them to make them fight even more or make them more upset. So I'm just worried about as much as they're fighting already, and then if they see that, you know, I don't want my mom to blame my dad or vice versa, you know, and then my little sister's upset and, you know, doesn't really know how to deal with it, but she's involved in stuff too, so she's not really at home much, but...
She's not?
No.
Does she play soccer too?
She does soccer and she's in band and stuff, so she's got stuff going on to keep her busy.
So, you don't want to tell your parents because you don't want them to get more upset.
Yeah.
Okay. But they also need to know how you feel because I checked your grades today and you have, let's see, 2 A's, which is pretty normal for you, and 3 C's. And they're low. So, my concern is that those are going to fall because we're getting close to the midterm. So, I'm concerned that these are going to drop down to D's. And do your parents, do they talk about grades with you at all? Or, are they worried about them or they don't care?
Right now, no. I don't.
Yeah.
I think, they're not worried
Their
about
focus
them.
is somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then if I tell them that I'm having problems at school and then my grades, then they're probably going to make me cut back on my hours at work, and I don't want to because that's just a place for me to go and kind of escape and stuff. Because, you know, playing with the little kids and stuff, it kind of does help clear my mind some.
So when you're there, do you feel like that's how you cope? Like when you, how would you say you cope with your parents? Like you said you'd leave, and so you go to work, you go to your friend's house,
Well, when I'm at work, you know, I've got a bunch of little kids and we're at a gym and stuff, so I mean, we can play and do things, so it does keep my mind distracted.
And that helps.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. You need to, I understand you wanting to be there. How many hours are you working right now a week?
As much as I can. I'm not allowed to have more than, I think, 30 hours.
Okay. So you work 20 hours a week or you work more like 30?
25 hours.
25 hours,
yeah.
okay. That's a lot for somebody with a full load of school and soccer. You guys are off this season though, right? It's spring.
It's getting ready to start back up, so I'll have to cut back my hours so I can go to practice and stuff too. But the gym is another thing, you know, I get to work out for free and use the gym, so that kind of helps. But I just want someone, you know, that I can talk to that can give me some advice of what to do. Yeah. Or just listen.
Is there somebody that comes to the school through an agency outside of the school that does weekly counseling sessions? So you'll just be one person and you go into an office and just talk, you know, during one of your classes. And it's different every week. You know, it's not like the same time every week. Does that sound something that you'd be interested in? Or you can always come talk to me, but my schedule can be kind of crazy sometimes. And
I would like to have someone that I can know that I can talk to.
Okay, and her and I she comes in from, it's called Ideals, and she is awesome, and so I would love for you to get set up with her, and that way, you know, if I'm not here, if I'm out with somebody else or talking to somebody else, you can talk to her. You know you have that every week. And if it wasn't just for, based on.
Do I have to talk to her every week?
No, if you
okay.
if you didn't feel like you needed to talk that week, then she would be fine with that.
Okay.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious do you see the problem? Like,
I guess it depends on the day, and were my parents fighting when I woke up? Were they fighting when I went to bed? Today, I'm probably more on an 8. I say.
So it's pretty serious.
Yeah, I'm just kind of depressed and just kind of
yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to get this set up pretty soon. I have a form that I'll actually I have a form that this is information about that, and you just need your parents to sign it. So you will have to tell them that you are going to be seeing somebody in school. And if they're not okay with that, then I can get you information with the medical card or without a medical card. Not sure which insurance you have for outside services.
Okay.
So I know somebody really good too that would see you outside if they don't want to do that.
So if I didn't want my parents to know about this, then I shouldn't see this woman and just come and see you all.
Yeah, and that may not be as regular because there's lots of students that just show up in the office or I'm out on a home visit and I would love to see you every week, but you never know what'll happen.
Okay. Well, can I think about this before? Because I don't want to cause my parents any more problems than what they have already.
Yeah, I understand. But you also have to think about yourself too, because you can't go on with being depressed and not doing well in school.
Yeah.
Just worrying about what your parents.
How far do I have time to get my grades up?
What is today?
Today's like.
Let me look.
The 17th.
Midterm, I think is. I wrote it down somewhere. Midterm is March 25th. So you have, a couple weeks. So, and what I would encourage you to do is go and talk to your teacher and just say there's other stuff going on at home. You don't have to tell them details. You just say, there's, got stuff going on.
Okay.
Can you let me turn this in late? Can you help me with this? Because I'm not understanding. And they'll work with you because they see leadership in that when you go to them and say, I don't know how to do this. I need help. I can't,
Yeah. Because I'm scared to go to my parents and let them know what's going on. And if my grades are failing, then they'll definitely make me quit my job or something, and I don't want to do that. Or not let me play soccer until my grades. But I have to get my grades up for soccer anyway, so I got.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So soccer, so the grades are kind of an issue. Talking to your parents, you don't really want to do. And then your job.
Right.
So those are 3 big areas that we're gonna need to start to work on.
Okay.
And just maybe each week just start to get closer to the solution of talking to your parents and getting your grades up. And the job thing, I understand why you want to work so much, but you also have to, like I said, think about yourself and the time that you're at work. You could be working on homework, which will boost your grades.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we identified 3 points: job, your grade, or your parents, talking to your parents, your job, and your grades.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are 3 areas that we'll kind of assess a little bit, and then just kind of so I know where you are in those. What have you done in the past, that helps you, cope? What have you done, to work on a relationship with your parents, or work on, getting your grades up?
Well, when my parents, before they were getting a divorce and wasn't fighting, I could go to my mom when I had issues, and she would help me. And so, I mean, at that time, my grades weren't bad. I didn't have issues. So if I could just, get back to where I can talk to my mom about stuff and not have to worry about stressing her out, then that would be good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm comfortable with talking to my mom, but right now she's got too much. So,
Right.
and then I'm
Which is understandable. Does your sister talk to? Did your sister talk to her?
Oh yeah, my sister has no boundaries. She talks about whatever.
But like she hasn't stopped
No.
because of they're fighting and
No,
other
she
stuff going
hasn't
on.
stopped. No, it's not. I mean, it's bothering her, but she's kind of selfish. So.
Yeah. So talking to your mom helped in the past. What else? Anything else?
Well, then like normal teenage problems and stuff is all I had. This is the biggest problem I've ever had to deal with.
Yeah. And Jessica, I really appreciate your honesty because it's not easy to just talk about and I mean it's hard. No matter how old you are to go through a parent's divorce, and so I mean I think talking about it and working through this will help you.
I'll try talking to my sister, but she's just stupid. I don't want to talk to her. She's
And that's okay.
so immature.
Yeah.
So she doesn't really understand, and then she doesn't know all the responsibilities that's on me to make sure
Right.
when they're not there to take care of her that I have to do that too. So
Yeah.
I just have a lot more added pressures on me at home too. So I guess maybe if I did cut back a few hours at work, it might help.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think talking to your do you and your boss get along okay? I mean,
Yeah.
They probably really appreciate you working as much as you do,
Yeah.
but they probably also understand you're a student
Yeah.
and that sometimes you have to do stuff for
Because we have to
school.
go there and work out for school and for soccer and
soccer.
stuff too. So, yeah. And then I did other sports and stuff, and I'd go there and work out. And that's something that me and my dad did, was go to the gym and work out. And so we're not doing that neither. So,
because he's got a lot on his plate too.
mhm.
Yeah. So you said that when I asked you about, on a scale of 1 to 10, that it was an 8. So to me, it sounds pretty serious. So if, life before the stressfulness of your parents and stuff, what did it look like before it was, serious, where you said it was, an 8? Like,
I probably would have said I was a 1 because I wasn't depressed.
Yeah.
I was the happy I mean, even my friends were telling me I'm not the same person, and so they're not really inviting me to hang out as much because I'm kind of like just a downer in the group and stuff, and so I just feel like I'm losing my friends and everything because of this. But before it was, I was just hanging out, playing sports, work. I didn't have to work as many hours and stuff. I'm just doing this now because I want to.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I was just a typical teenager.
Yeah, you didn't worry about...
No, I didn't have problems with my grades neither, so that kind of bothers me because I want to go to college, so I don't want my GPA to go down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
You play
another
soccer?
stressor right now. Yeah.
In college, you're going to play soccer?
Mm-hmm.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Thank
You
you.
must be good. Are you good?
Yeah.
You are? That's awesome. So life before all of this happened with your parents, you were normal.
Typical teenage girl. Yeah.
And you said you haven't really talked to anybody about it.
No.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of stuff going on. So, I'm going to, write down a couple of things that, I'd like for you to, we're going to work together on making a couple goals for, maybe talking to your mom.
Okay. Yeah.
Or cutting your hours at work.
Okay.
We'll talk about those in just a second. But, because we don't have a whole lot more time. But, because I think that you, making an effort to help you is going to make a difference. And even if you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
because it's hard when you see your parents upset and going through stuff and you don't want to cause them any more pain, and that's very, very understandable. But you also have to, think about, you do want to go to college one day. You need to get your grades up. You do, want them, spend time with them, like you used to. You went to the gym with your dad, you were able to talk to your mom about stuff.
Like, we would go shopping, together and talk about boyfriend problems. That's another thing too, is I just kind of quit talking to my boyfriend. So
you have a boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
What does he do? Does he go here?
Yes.
He does?
Yes.
So you don't talk to him?
No, I just kind of.
Does he know about what's going on?
A little bit, and so and then I think it was just kind of a mutual thing of us just quit talking to each other because I had so much going on, and then I was always just sad about it, and I guess he didn't really have time to deal with that. Too young to be too serious.
Yeah, and boys, you'll learn that they don't always understand what's going on around them, so that's okay.
But that's the least of my worries is a boyfriend.
Yeah, because you've got lots of stuff going on. So life before your parents were upset and getting crazy and yelling and stuff and moving toward divorce, you had better grades. You were playing soccer a lot. You were, in your words, you were a normal teenager. What do you think that you could get back to that?
I think I could if I knew how to tell my parents that.
Okay.
That I wish that they wouldn't argue so much in front of me and my sister, or I know that they're having problems, but they still have to take care of us.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But I don't really know how to talk to my parents about that.
Yeah. Would you be willing to write down a goal this week, since you're in here, and maybe work towards that, talking to your mom more and more, and then really having a conversation with them and telling them how it makes you feel whenever they argue in front of you and your sister, and I'm willing to help you work through that and talk about how to approach your parents.
Mm-hmm. When I was little, I used to write my mom letters whenever I was sad. Maybe I could do that.
Yep. I'm going to write this down for you so you can think about it.
Okay.
It's not something that you'll have to do, right away this week, but it's something I want you to start thinking about, and maybe does the letter sound good?
Yeah, I think I would be more comfortable with being able to express myself better if I wrote it down. Because if I went to try to talk to her, I would probably cry and wouldn't be able to get out what I wanted to say.
Yeah. So, is that something you're willing to work to? Is to talk to her?
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah.
Because I know daughters need their mom, and